Hey guys, Colorado Dave here. This is Knives in Our Lives on YouTube. I have decided to try to sell part of my collection here. I'm raising money for something important, and so I'm getting rid of some of my more favorite knives. This is going to be hard, but this is something that I need to do. So anyway, I'm putting this knife sale together. The way it's going to work is I'm going to ask you guys to follow this email address you see at the bottom, which is M as in Mary, F as in Frank, G as in George, dot D as in David, P as in Paul, A as in Apple, Y as in Yo-Yo, E as in Eric, N as in Nancy, E as in Eric, at gmail.com. Again, that's mfg.dpayne@gmail.com. Just email me on the knife you're interested in. Be the first one to get back to me with your full information and your PayPal information, and saying that you want it and which knife it is specifically, because I did not number these, and the knife is yours. I did this last week, and I did sell a couple knives. I just tried it on a whim by just putting a couple items up there on my YouTube channel, and did meet a couple cool people too. So I decided I was going to go ahead and try it again. A couple of the knives I did lower the price on. So you'll see a couple of the knives that were on the first one, but with a little more aggressive prices. I do want these knives to sell. So anyway, let's get started here. I'm going to go ahead and start with my ZTs. We're going to start with the 0308, and this is the blacked out tiger stripe version. And this is going to be G10 scales on the front show side, and it's going to be titanium on the back. You can see this is an extremely clean knife. This has never been really used outside of in the house and around the house. So very, very, very light user around the house. Action is phenomenal. I did try one in the Coyote, and the action was very, very tight as far as the detent. This is very smooth and the exact opposite. It is graceful as can be. The centering on this knife is phenomenal. It's right down the middle. Hopefully you can see that. So there's no issues there. But the key here, guys, is this is just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blade. For those of you who don't know or aren't that familiar with this knife, what ZT did for the first time, from what I understand, is they actually blacked out. They did a black stonewash on this blade as far as the coating. And then they went back with the gray tiger stripes, where normally they do it the opposite from what I understand. So it gave it a different kind of look to it. It has a little bit lighter ghost kind of feel to it. It's a beautiful, beautiful blade when you see it in person. I don't know if the camera's going to do it justice or not. But anyway, great, great knife. Sorry, I meant to put this out here. The price on this knife is going to be $280. I originally wanted $290. The reason I was asking a premium for it is this one is a perfect specimen. It also is a very, very early run. My serial number on this is 0038. And remember, this knife is the 0308. So I think from a collector standpoint, that should bring it extra value down the road. I did go ahead and drop it by $10, $280. Let's go on to the next one. Again, you have additional questions or don't see the price or miss something, guys, please just comment below or email me at the email address, and I'll be happy to follow up. Actually, I'd prefer you just to email me if you could. The next one we're looking at here is going to be the ZT 0393. This is the Rick Hinderer design. It's the glow-in-the-dark carbon fibers. This one's like brand new, guys. The only thing I've done to this knife, it has not left the house really. The only thing I've done is I did put my mirror edge on it, which is the edge from the factory was not very good on this one. Sometimes ZT nails it, sometimes they don't on the edge. This one did not have a great edge on it, so I went ahead and put my mirror edge on it, and I actually love it. And it came out beautifully because the grind on this blade was really, really nice. So if you can see this, it made for a really, really, really nice edge. It's gorgeous. And it's like not used at all because this is a brand new knife basically. Action, phenomenal. Smooth as could be. You got perfect centering right down the middle. This is really, really a nice knife. This is another one that's hard for me to get rid of. These are the glow-in-the-dark carbon fibers. They're kind of cool. They're nothing you're really going to use practically, but it's kind of fun. You know, if you're goofing around at a party or hanging out or doing something and you want to just show people, it's kind of neat. But you know what's neat about them is they look really nice as just regular scales on the knife. So they're really nice overlays. It does give this knife a little bit more of a liner lock feel, which makes it a little easier on the opening and closing because you have that outer scale, so it's pretty cool. Great knife. Again, I went ahead and took a chance on this. The reason I dropped the price, I am showing this knife on Blade Forum as well, and I have somebody who's interested at this price, and they have not pulled the trigger yet, so I'm going to go ahead and offer it out to everybody at that price, which is $230. I am offering this at $230 just for today only. Do let me know if you have interest in it. It is a beautiful knife for the money, in my opinion. Beautiful. Again, every one of these knives is going to be very difficult for me to get rid of. These are some of my all-time favorites, so not easy, guys, but I'm doing what I got to do. Anyway, ZT 0456, Dmitry Sinkovich design. By far, in my opinion, one of the best action knives that I own. It's just awesome. The action on this knife is just phenomenal, guys. It is so smooth. It is so smooth. So glassy would be the word. It just is an awesome knife. I love the contouring on the scales. It really is super full in handle because of that. You can see all the milling work that they've done on the outside, which is kind of a signature to some of Dmitry Sinkovich's work and his design work. You can see even got the milling on this side as well. I do like the accents. The color accents look great. You can see that goes from like bluish to purple and kind of changes in the different lights. We were just talking about that last knife and the edge not being so great on the 0393. This is the 0456. Now the edge that came on this knife has got to be one of the best edges I've ever gotten from a factory edge ever on a knife. And this edge is, I haven't had to do anything to it. I haven't strapped it. I haven't done anything. I've only used it around the house. It's a Safe Queen, but I have used it a little bit, and it's just so sharp. It's really slicey. And I'm wondering if it has something to do with the steel. Now, the steel on this blade, a lot of these knives are done in the CPM 20 CV. There's some that are done in the M390, and this specific one happens to be done in the CTS 204P, which, as we all know, are pretty much the same steel, or maybe we don't all know, but it's pretty much the same steel. And the formulation is just done by different companies. Whatever reason, this is the only version I've ever had of the CTS 204P. It's the only knife that I've had in this steel. I've had the 20 CV and I've had the M390 on multiple knives. This just feels different for whatever reason. The steel feels different, and I like it. I like it a lot. So anyway, I know I rambled on about it, but it's just because I like this knife a lot. This is a favorite. I just don't carry it a lot, but it's definitely one of my favorite knives to handle in my collection. It is on the heavier side. You have to like bigger, heavier knives, which I do. This is just a phenomenal blade. And guys, this is basically brand new. It's in awesome shape. Awesome shape. Beautiful knife. Love it. $260, guys. And keep in mind, this is a discontinued model. $260 is what I paid for it. And so I'm selling it to you for the price I got it for. This is a perfect edition of one. It's in phenomenal shape, perfectly centered down the middle, etc. I think it's more than fair. And I know I've seen them on eBay going for like $400, so it's $399 or whatever. There's a bunch of them out there. So anyway, if you have interest, let me know. Thank you. Again, just email me. I'm trying to promote my channel here, guys, too. So if you would subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it if you have any interest in this format and what I'm doing. And I do a lot of reviews on these knives as well, and I would love to have you guys join my channel and check me out, and learn a little bit about you guys as well if you make some comments. Let's move on here. We're going to go on to the ZT0609, which is the RJ Martin. This is another knife that I think was a little underestimated. I fell in love with this knife the second I put it in hand. When I saw it online, I was kind of so on it. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. But I didn't have this huge urge to run out and get it tomorrow. When I put it in my hand, it's got a really nice feel in hand. And your thumb just fits in there beautifully. You can really get in there on your cuts. It's a really beautiful flipper. The action, again, typical ZT, just phenomenal action. This knife, again, has not been used outside of the fact that I put my edge on it. So you're really getting a beautiful edge on this knife, done at about 17 degrees, mirrored out on my KME system. Beautiful, beautiful knife. In addition, I am throwing in the Kershaw STP tool, which is to open up that proprietary pivot that RJ Martin does as part of his design, which is like the pivotless pivot or the see-through pivot. As you can see, it's got a hole in it, which is kind of cool. But anyway, there's a special tool to open it up with. I have not even opened the tool out of the box, so the box will be brand new, unopened, and it is the Kershaw STP tool because I've never taken this knife apart. I will include that with the sale. That's probably a $20 part. The knife I think was $260 new. I'm asking $225 total for both. So I feel pretty good about that. Hopefully somebody out there does as well. Let's keep going. What do I got next? All right, Spyderco. We're going to get into some Spydercos. Now, let's talk about my Para 3. This is the one that's done in the S110V. I thought it was appropriate to price it at $110. Since it's got the S110V, right? Haha. Anyway, this one is more used. That's the reason I got it priced the way it is. This knife was 170. It was either 173 or 175 when I bought it new. I think it was 175, but I'm not positive. In addition to that, you do have to buy the pocket clip for this knife. And I do have the Lynch Midwest clip on it, which is, I love this clip. Love it. Absolutely love this clip. It's made for this knife. I know they do an MXG version as well, which I've also tried. I like the Lynch clip better. I do have the original Spyderco clip, I think. I don't want to promise I have it, but if I have it, I will ship it. I just have to double check. But this knife is one of my earlier on knives. It has some use. I have actually taken this to Spyderco, and I actually had the blade reshaped at one point recently, and had them put their edge on it. Then I went ahead and brought it home and put my mirror edge on it on top of it. So I've ground some of this edge down, but I've made it into just this gorgeous shape from Spyderco. They did it. I didn't grind it down, actually. They ground it down and reshaped it. And anyway, in that process, I then went ahead and put my edge on it, and this has turned out to just be, the action on this one's great. It's got great, great action, as you can see. Whatever you want to do with it, slow roll it, you want to flick it, I mean, whatever. You can thumb flick it. This knife is phenomenal action. The blade is crazy slicey because of the edge on it. It does have some scratches. Hold on, it's got it kind of dirty too. That's just from sweat on my hands. But it does have a few scratches, nothing crazy, but it does have a couple scratches on it. Like I said, it's not brand new. This one definitely was a user, but it's still in good shape. And this is one that, honestly, I won't go lower on the price probably just because I'll keep it because I love the knife. And I have another Para 3. I have one in Maximate. That's the only reason I'm getting rid of this one. Otherwise, I would still be keeping this because I just love the Para 3. I just think it's a great knife. So I'm still hesitant on getting rid of it, but because I have two, that's why it's on the block. But 110, I think, is more than fair for the quality of what that knife is because it is just a phenomenal knife. Next, Spyderco. We are going to talk about the Spidey Chef. I do have a used one. It has been a user for me. I did quite a bit of camping over this past year. I used it when I was camping, and so it does have some scratches and stuff in it. If you look at the blade, there are some scratches in it going on. Nothing to hurt the quality of the blade. It's all surface stuff. I got some snail trails and stuff like that on it a little bit, so it has some wear on it. I don't want to pretend it's brand new. The actual action on this one is so crazy smooth. I've tried other people's, and some of them have had a little bit of lock stick, or they've had some different minor issues. Mine has none. It's crazy, crazy, crazy smooth. So the actual quality of the action, the blade itself, the LC200N, I can't say enough about it. I love the steel. I have my mirror edge on there, so it's got a really, really nice sharp sliciness to it. This is just a great cutter, guys. It really is. It's a lot of fun. And it's fun to take in the kitchen and play around with at home or cut apples with and do all that kind of stuff as well. But it's also just a killer EDC knife. It's a great EDC knife. And I did carry this as my EDC for a while. And for me, I like it. It's kind of smoothing out a little bit on the edges, which is nice, almost like what a Chris Reeve would do. But I like it. It's got a really nice, soft titanium feel to it at this point. Love this knife. $165, brand new. They're $234. So I thought that was fair. If you guys don't think so, let me know. But I think it's pretty fair. I know it does have some use on it too, though. All right, one more Spyderco. What do we got? We got the Spyderco Ikuchi. The Ikuchi, I have lowered the price on this, and I just know because there's a lot of them out there. I think 140 is the going price. They are available in the marketplace. This one's like brand new. I've never taken it out, so it's in great shape. No issues with it at all. This is a Paul Alexander design. This is a knife that, in my opinion, is extremely underestimated. This is the CQI version. So this is the one that has been updated with the constant quality improvement from Spyderco. When this knife first came out, I guess they did have an issue with it. And I guess with those two issues, one was the actual fall on the knife was kind of sluggish. They've changed that to obviously drop shut like you just saw. And then I think the other issue they had is right here at the tip. If you went down here with your thumb or your finger, you could actually catch it on the knife. And in catching it on the knife, you could cut yourself supposedly. I did not have one of those. This one definitely does not do that. They said any issues they had with it was fixed, if there were any. I believe the people that had issues, don't get me wrong, but I think it gave this knife a bad rap early on. And so because of this, it never really got a fair shake. This is a beautiful knife. It's S30V, and it's just, you know, it's a Persian, you can see that Persian blade. To me, this is the ultimate steak knife. You know, you're going out to a restaurant or something and you pull this out of your pocket and say, no, waiter, I don't need a steak knife. And you pull this out. I think it's pretty damn cool. Anyway, it's a pretty neat knife. I think I'm being more than fair considering it really is brand new. Keep in mind, all these knives, I have the original boxes, everything except the last one I'm going to show you here. I do have all the original boxes. So this one here, I'm going for 105. 140 is new delivered. You're getting it delivered for 105. So you're saving yourself 35 bucks. And I'm telling you, this is a perfect condition one. Perfectly centered down the middle. I can tell you I'm picky about my knives, and this one is in great shape. Last one, not last one, I guess. I do have a couple more. But going into Benchmade. Let's look at my Benchmade Super Freak. This is the 560-1, I believe. This is used. This is one I've used, no question about it. Excuse me. The action is actually phenomenal on this thing. I'm trying to do this under the camera, so you're not seeing it 100%, but the action is awesome. It's super, super Gracie smooth. You can see the edge you got on that knife. This is M4 steel, and I have purposely sharpened it twice. I haven't probably needed to do it but once. I did it the second time because I wanted to really get into the steel, and it just put on that much better of an edge. And I'm telling you, this thing has a beautifully sharp edge. Really, really slicey. Love this knife, and yet it's really strong, and you can see, look at the thickness of that spine. Yet it's really slicey. I got like a 17-degree angle on that edge, and it is slicey as can be, guys, I'm telling you. The condition of the knife, yes, it's used. The pocket clip has some wear on it. I might even have the deep carry clip for this. If I do, I'll throw it in. It has one scratch across it. I put it on. I wore it for a week with the deep pocket. That's how I got the one scratch. I didn't like it. I like the original clip better. I just like the way it is to pull out of the pocket and stuff. I think it's easier with this clip. But if I can find the other clip and you ask, I will try to throw it in. Again, if I can find it. On this one, you can see right here the finish on this. I forget the name of the coating. I forget the name of the coating. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. But this coating is phenomenal. I really, really, really like their coating. I like it better than like the DLC coating. This is different, and it just wears better, and it holds its color better, and I've had nothing but success with it. I did put some new thumb studs on there just like a week ago. I just called up Benchmade a couple weeks ago because they were getting a little bit worn because I have used this knife, and they just sent me out some new ones for free. They didn't charge me or anything, which was awesome, and they sent them right out. So that was pretty cool. But anyway, I love this knife. Again, all these knives I'm not getting rid of because I don't like them. I'm getting rid of them because I do have something really important going on, guys, that I'm trying to save some money for. Unfortunately, it's not knife related, so it's not like I'm trying to get this Master Holy Grail knife that I really, really want. I wish. It's actually for something much more important. So please do understand that's the reason I keep showing these knives, and I'm selling them right now. But anyway, hopefully there's some interest. Let me know if you like it. $150. That's the Super Freak by Benchmade. Let's keep moving. I just have a couple more. These are in the box. I have one in my final one I'm going to show you is going to be heartbreaking for me to sell and I think you may be surprised if you've watched my channel at all. I do have a channel, guys, which is The Knives in Our Lives, which you're watching now. But it's been one of my favorite knives on my channel, and I'm going to be putting it on the block here. It's going to be the last one I show. But right now, let's get into, can you see that on camera still? I think you can. Okay, this is the Ferrum Forge Buck. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's a collaboration with We Knives. We Knives actually made the knife. And it was made in China with We Knives. But again, We Knives puts out some beautiful quality product. This is a full titanium frame. It's made by Ferrum Forge, which is the designer. And then it's marketed and distributed by Massdrop. And so it's kind of a triple collaboration. This is just a beautiful, beautiful knife. I really like it. Supernova, I believe, is what they call the design of this one. There's a couple different designs. This is done in the bronze, which for me, by far, is absolutely the color to get on these knives. The bronze is gorgeous. You can see, look at the pocket clip even. It's just everything. It's just gorgeous. It's beautiful. You know, the quality of the workmanship. This knife is just so graceful and smooth. It's a lot of knife for the money. Now, in addition to the knife, which as you can tell, it's got a very unique blade, buck for buccaneer. Ferrum Forge isn't afraid to go outside the realm and do some unique things, which is one of the reasons I like them as a company. This is S35 VN steel, by the way. You can see where it says Massdrop on the blade as well. Ferrum Forge design is right here as far as their stamp. But what else is cool about this knife is it comes with a case. So it's a beautiful case too. It's not like it's a cheap case. It's actually a nice case. And you can see here it says Massdrop and Ferrum Forge, that's their logo. You get a cloth that's brand new. I mean, this knife is basically brand new in the box, guys. You will get all this, and then it has the original shipping box as well, which is like so. So you will get that whole package for $130 shipped out like new. Now, here's the deal. When these came out on Massdrop, I want to say they were somewhere between 120 and 130 bucks on Massdrop. Massdrop has sold out of them. They've been sold out of them for a while. I guess Amazon picked up some of them, and they're selling them through Amazon, and there are still a handful of them out there. They're selling at $180. So I'm giving you 50 bucks off on a brand new knife that's going to be just as good as what you get from Amazon. Might even be better, because this one I can tell you is perfectly centered, in great shape, and the action's phenomenal. So this has been tested from the standpoint of being put in my hands, not being used. Like I cut some paper with it, but I haven't done anything with it. If you're interested, again, just email me at themfg.dpayne@gmail.com. Let's go on. I do have a couple more. We're almost there, guys. I got 2 left. Both of these are tough, guys. These are 2 of my big hitters that I really, really like. My Medford Smooth Criminal. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. This one has been lightly carried. I have put my mirrored edge on it, and you are going to get a brand new Medford clip with it, because when I got it delivered to me, the clip had a scratch in it, so they sent me out a second one. I never put it on, so I'm going to deliver it with you, whoever buys it. I'm looking for $260. They're $290 retail new. That's only $30 off new, but I am throwing in the clip, which I think if you bought the clip through Medford, it'd probably be about a $30, $40 clip, maybe even more. I don't know. Here's your Medford box. This is your extra clip that I was telling you about that's in here, with the screws and everything for it. You do have a birth card. Let's look at what the birth card is on this one. The birth card's February 12th of 2021, so you can see this is a brand new knife. I have the warranty and everything in there, so everything that came in the box originally is in it. You do get this case as well. And then here's the knife. Let's put this case and stuff away for now. The box that came in, made in the USA. Put that off to the side. Here's the knife. This is the blue, which I think that's my favorite color on it, but I like the blue. I've gotten to play with a couple of these. I've got a couple friends that have them, and I've also gotten to try one in a shop. And action-wise, out of all the ones that I've played with, I think the action on mine is probably better than most, to be honest with you. Some of them can be a little bit sluggish. This one absolutely is not. The action's phenomenal. You can see it's nicely centered. These are just fun little knives. It's an aluminum frame. Feels really, really, really strong in hand. This is the S35 VN steel that Medford's now doing. It had an okay edge on it when I got it, but I wanted to put my mirror edge on it. It is definitely sharper now, slicier now, I should say. Beautiful little knife. I don't know what else to tell you about it. I want $260 for it because of the fact that it's got the extra clip on there. It's got the beautiful mirrored edge on it, and they're $290 new, and you're getting this shipped out for $260. Let me know if you have interest. Thank you. Last one. This is a really, really hard one for me to put up here, guys. But I am actually looking at selling one of my Chris Reeve knives. I have two Sebenza 31s, and I love them both. They're just a lot of money, as you all know. And right now, I really, really need the cash for something that's very important. And because of that, I'm putting this up for sale. So it's killing me, but I am putting this up for sale. And this is my large Sebenza 31, natural micarta inlays, and it does have double lugs on it. Okay. This one, if you've watched any of my videos, knows that it has gone in the shop. It went into the shop because I had some issues with the pivot and with the stop pin screw wanting to come loose. Long and short of it is, they fixed it. It's perfect. It's an unbelievable condition. I had the luxury of actually getting to talk to Tim Reeve himself, even reached out and talked to me on the phone, told me that he looked at the knife personally before it shipped back out. So I can honestly say that this was personally blessed by Chris Reeves. So that's pretty darn cool. There's a whole story there. You can watch my videos if you want on when I sent this knife into the shop and what I had done and all the details of it. But I will tell you right now, this knife is in phenomenal shape. I'm not getting rid of this because there's anything wrong with it at all. It's in unbelievable shape, and I'm very, very, very OCD in particular about my stuff, so it's in great condition. Anyway, here's what it came with. Now understand, this is the S35VN version. Okay, it's drop point, natural canvas micarta inlays. The born date was January 6th of this year. With the inlays, that, like I said, it's the natural micarta. It doesn't say anywhere on here double lug. It does have double lugs on it, which I'm going to pull the knife out here in a second. The reason is when I sent it into the shop, I did add the second lugs. And so they did put double lugs on it for me. So I was excited about that big time. Now let's look at the actual knife. The box and everything. As it came, you're going to get all the packaging. You're going to get everything that it comes with. You see I have it wrapped really nicely. Even I told you I'm a little on the OCD side, so it is what it is. That's how it came to me, so I wrapped it the same way. Okay. Here's the knife. It is nice. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful knife, and it's a hard thing for me to get rid of, and I will have another one someday. It's just right now I can't afford to have two Sebenzas, so I decided to give up my larger one just because, again, it's mainly because of the size. I just can't carry it everywhere, where my small one, I can carry it everywhere with me. This thing is very, very smooth. If you want to flick it out, you can flick it out like that. I'm not one to really flick it much, to be honest with you. I'm more like this. The one thing I think you'll notice right away, I think Chris Sebenza knives make for putting the best edge on a knife of any knife that I've ever owned. This S35VN is a pleasure to sharpen. Because of the fact that they have that convex edge on it, I didn't clean this knife. Those aren't scratches. This knife's clean. It's I just have some smudges on it. Sorry, I didn't clean it 100%. But if you look at that edge, that is my mirror edge, and it's a beautiful, perfectly. It's got a perfect edge all the way through and all the way across on both sides. It's gorgeous. It's so slicey. I'm telling you, I love the edge on this knife. Just love it. Love the hollow grind, and because it comes with that convex edge, when I put this onto a 17-degree angle with the KME, it just gets really, really slicey and thin, and I can't explain it. It's a great edge, bottom line. It's a great everyday use edge. But this knife is very graceful, very, very smooth. The micarta inlays are just starting to break in, it's getting a little bit of oils on my skin and stuff in it. So it's darkening up. I love it. If you want to lighten it up, you can take, and I've done it once before, you can take a little rubbing alcohol and just like rub an alcohol pad on there, and it lightens up a lot. I like it darker, so I didn't want to lighten it up again. I liked it on the darker side. But you could do that if you wanted to. You can see even the titanium frame, everything's in good shape. This knife's clean, guys. It's really, really clean. It's basically you're getting a new knife, but better because it's been inspected and gone over, and it has a gorgeous edge on it. Really hard for me to get rid of this knife. You can see it's got the double lugs on it, which I love. I do want to show you that I did take the lanyard off. I do have the stop pin, or not the stop pin, the lanyard pin. I do have the lanyard pin in the packaging, so I am shipping it with it. I'm just not putting it in there because I don't like that shake, because I don't have a lanyard in there. It makes that little shake sound from where the lanyard pin is. I think most of you Chris Reeve knife owners realize that. So it's better just to take it out. That's what Chris Reeve recommends. So that's what Chris Reeve Knives recommends. Excuse me, guys. I'll spit it out yet. But I do have the part, and it is going to ship with it. So you're also going to get the original microfiber cloth, etc. But that is it. And what a gorgeous stinking knife. Now, these knives right now, there are some out there. They're getting a little bit hard to get a hold of. They're going to be switching over to the S45 VN. So if you like the S35 VN, which I actually happen to love the S35 VN, steel, this might be one of your last chances to get it. The double lugs are also very difficult to get without setting your knife in and being without it for about 2 months. I was without this knife for 2 months. So I got it in January, so it's really only got a couple months usage on it. And again, it was lightly carried, not heavy at all. But it was carried, but it was definitely carried lightly. Beautiful, beautiful knife, $540. So you guys understand, if you get them with the double lug, it's a $550 knife new. With the double lug, it's $30 more, so it's actually $580. So I'm taking $40 off the price, which I think is fair, because as far as I'm concerned, this knife's better than new. But let me know if you have another thought on it and if you have interest in it. Again, that's my baby. I will have another one of these at some point. I'm just keeping my small for now. But I will have another large someday, or I'll have an Inkosi, but I'll probably have another large. Love it, guys. Anyway, thank you for all your patience with me. That's all I have for today. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to look and see what I have. If you do have interest in any of these knives, again, just email me at mfg.dpayne@gmail.com. And if you're the first one to get to me with that specific knife, saying, yes, I want it, and you give me your PayPal information, I want your full name and address and, whatever your PayPal account information is, and we'll get the deal done right away. I will ship the knife as soon as the next day if I get the money. All right? Thanks, guys. Appreciate the time.